Don't hesitate, play loud, sing loud. Okay.
Metjū, are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Laidam tad vaļā, jā?
So there's only like 4 chords, but it was pretty easy for me to learn, I think. But it's when you like I said, when you're performing, like I was practicing for like 2 weeks straight because like I didn't want to make a mistake. Yeah, you can know a song, you think you know a song, but right when you're out there and you know you have sticks going like this at a different beat, different timing, and then you have fans. And like I had nothing in my ear, so I couldn't hear my voice. I couldn't hear all I heard was a little bit of the guitar, you know. So I had to like kind of go into my own zone and be like, okay, now I have to sing this, okay.
'Cause I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweet.
They just see, you know, Matthew the hockey player. And, you know, a lot of guys have other hobbies, a lot of different passions and families, and I think that it's really important to remember that when you're going to go watch us. You know, we're people too, we're not just, you know, these athletes and stuff like that. We like to do other things and we like to live like normal lives as well. I think that hockey and music and any art is very similar because, you know, being able to compete at a high level as an athlete, that's, you know, you have to be able to be creative and committed and determined, and it's the same characteristics and attitude that you need to be, you know, a good musician or to succeed in anything. I like to play offensive, I like to play with the puck. I'm a smaller guy, so I guess for me to be effective on the ice or to help a team win, I have to be able to do something other D can't. And I think I kind of grew into that role where I realized that I have to kind of look at my skill set and see what I can do and use my skills to help the team win, because if you're doing that, then you're always going to have a job, you're always going to be playing more, and everyone wants to play. And I think that that's just kind of how I was tailored into that role. The funny story behind me playing hockey was my mom took me to skating lessons. And remember, she's Greek, so she can't skate. And so they were, you know, looking at me, the instructors, and they said, well, you know, we got to find this guy's parent. So my mom was there, the guy came over, and they said, him and another instructor said, hey, have you ever put your son into hockey? Does he like hockey? And I think I was, you know, 3 or 4 at the time, just learning how to skate. And she said, no, he's never kind of said it. Like, you know, we're not a big hockey family before I started to play. So they said, you know, would he like to go and maybe play, you know, for the local team? But I went there and I absolutely loved it. And ever since then, when I was, you know, 4 or 5 years old, my mom would always tease me that I would sleep with like these mini hockey sticks in my room and with my skates on my feet, and I just kind of fell in love with it. And if she never took me there and those 2 gentlemen didn't speak to her about me playing for the local hockey team, I don't know if I'd be here today. There's a cool Red Hot Chili Peppers song. It's called Slow Cheetah. And it's was it on 6 or 7? I don't remember. Wait. I mean, you just alluded to my career, but I was in the lower levels of the pro hockey, and I was still learning guitar and, you know, not quite master it. I mean, I'm never going to master it. I think there's always, you know, there's no limits of how somebody can play guitar, but you know, I could play a couple things, but there's, you know, now I wanted to learn, say 4 years ago, I wanted to learn bar chords. It was, you know, it's always hard to get, you know, your, you know, or different chords and, you know, your pinky and try to get that coordination. So at the same time I was learning how to do this, and, you know, it was frustrating, it's not easy, and, you know, sometimes you just want to put it down. I was going through that on the ice. You know, maybe I didn't have a coach that I agreed with, or I was being treated badly, on my team, or the situation wasn't great, I was kind of, I was doing that. I was working through the hockey as well as the guitar. So I guess it kind of took my mind off of things. And, as I kept positive, I think that's the biggest thing for me. You asked earlier about how, I've, I guess, come where I've, as far as I have, is because, I always believed in myself and knew my ability. And mentally, like, I try to be as strong as possible. I try to look at the big picture, and everybody has dreams and ambitions and goals, and I'm a very goal-oriented person. So I try to, have a list of books I want to read in a year, or an amount of books. So I have like songs I want to learn, in a year. So I try to do that, and if I do that in my life outside of hockey, why can't I do it during, for my career? So that's kind of how I've done it. Next year I want to do this, next year I want to do that. And KHL was my goal from the very first moment I got into Europe, because it's a top league. So this one is, I don't really need this, I guess, but this one's really easy. It's D, and then what is this chord?
I
D.
think it's a B.
Oh yeah, B minor or something.
minor.
Yeah, B minor, and then G back to D. So it's like, and then A. And it's like, it's like a cool little song, and I like John Mayer. What else am I learning right now? I don't know. There's always songs, and I'm always working on my songs too. Like Layla. Like, I'm still not great at Layla. Like, I love that song, so I'm trying to learn like the actual solo part of it. But you know this part. You know that one, right?
Yeah,
so, and then so
Eric Clapton.
yeah. So I'm just trying to learn like. At first, I wasn't really even practicing each day. I would just pick it up for a little bit and
Because hurt.
try to play.
Fingers hurt.
Yeah, but it was more the frustration. That's why I like guitar now. Before, when I was learning, I was so frustrated. But it's now, it has become a challenge. Like, I like to challenge myself and challenge my brain to think about when I'm playing guitar or learning a music, any song music. I'm only thinking about that. I'm not thinking about my game last night or the practice or this or something else that didn't go as well as I wanted to. I'm thinking about this particular moment, this instant, what I'm gonna do now, because if you're thinking about something else while you're playing, it just doesn't work out. So that's why I love, playing so much during the season. I don't play as much as I'd like to, but it's definitely an outlet for me, because I love to play. And it helps me focus, or takes my mind off of things. And I guess when I'm done and I put it down, like, I'm in a better mood, and I kind of, go about my day. My team, nobody else plays guitar, I don't think. No. Mitanen is learning piano right now. He's got a keyboard, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, no, nobody else. But there's guys around the league. Cade Fairchild, when he was here, played guitar. We jammed a little bit together. But there's guys around the league that can play different instruments, and I guess it's just this team. There's only me. I don't know.
In 5-10 years, could be situation that I will go to music store and we'll see some album?
I don't know. I'm not going to say no, because I love music, and if the opportunity arises, then I would definitely try. For me, like I said, I don't think that I am good enough to do that. I don't think that but it's a passion of mine. In 10 to 15 years, maybe I'll be a little bit better at guitar, but I don't know.
I don't think you're right for him. Look at what it might have been if we took a bus to Chinatown. I've been standing on Canal and Bowery. They've been standing next to me, 'cause I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweetheart. 'Cause I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweetheart. And love, we need it now. Talk for some. We're all just bleeding now. 'Cause I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweetheart. 'Cause I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweetheart.
Raidījumu atbalsta Maksima, lai uzvaru netrūktu.